Have you ever argued with your family members or your best friends about who is the best MC in all of anime, and then you go ahead and say Light Yagami and somebody gets mad at you and then you guys have an insane argument? Well, you're in store because this video relates very closely with that. We made 10 creators debate insane anime hot takes. I'm excited to watch this. If you guys are locked in and you're ready to watch this as well and to see if they agree with your hot takes or you agree with their hot takes, you know, be sure to grab some popcorn and enjoy. Let's get into it.
Anime hot
Appreciate it, by the way. You can donate more now.
Was justified.
No,
Freeze
shut
it.
up. I'm
What
looking
What
at
does
this.
it
Ooh,
say?
are we gonna get
Brand is
spoilers?
hot.
Richard,
I'm auxiliary.
right that. You were trying to catch one of us up, weren't
Move
you?
on.
Hi,
Move on.
I'm Nick.
I'm
All right,
Jet.
these are the people,
I'm
chat. Say
auxiliary.
hi.
I'm Danny.
Say hi.
Ryan.
Say hi.
Vader.
Hello.
Auxiliary doesn't like Asta, so we, you know,
I'm
that's
Stephanie.
depressing.
The power of
They
friendship
make fun of
is
him.
just peer pressure. And it's
Tap.
unhealthy to promote it in anime.
Friends.
All Sasuke wanted to do was just chill and leave the village,
So
man.
they have to argue it, by the way. It's a stupid it's a hot take for a reason, by the way. I'm broke, bud. Hey, don't call me bud.
And he could have just gone
Go back.
anime.
All right.
Friends.
All Sasuke wanted to do was just chill and leave the village, man. He could have just gone to Zimbabwe.
That's a
Become
horrible example. Sasuke is like, he literally ignores peer pressure. He quite literally does it of his own volition to come back.
a farmer and had a great life, dude.
Did not want to be a farmer.
about doing.
I mean, all of the hassle that he was pulled into because Naruto wanted to be his friend.
What differentiates humans from animals, Steven? Is it thumbs? No, it's the indomitable human spirit, Steven. Through friendship, love, and perseverance, we can change our fate, and we can make the world a better place. And by moving to...
Okay, bro, that is, I would vote for the other side just because, like, I would be like, brother, holy shit. You are inspiring, but, like, I don't care. That's not at all what I said. I said friendship is peer pressure. Like, I get what he's saying, indomitable spirit, we're different, you know, but that's a lot of words when he could have just been like, bro. Like, I think my response to the situation, if, like, I was on the side to argue against that, would have just been like, I mean, peer pressure, you know, it can be good. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I would argue, but it's not that bad.
Zimbabwe and becoming a farmer, Steven. That does nothing to make the world a better place.
Wait, Zimbabwe farmers are typing.
Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation is a
What the fuck was the point in that?
flawless anime with nothing
Jobless Reincarnation is a flawless anime with nothing wrong with it. Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot wrong with it, but it is a phenomenal anime.
wrong with it.
That baby's an adult, actually.
Okay, what is Mushoku Tensei about it at its core? The main character, his whole thing is that he hated his life and he hated who he was, and because of that he shut himself out from the world, but now he doesn't have a choice except to participate in the world and rediscover who he is. Mushoku Tensei is not about magic, it is about discovering the core of your spirit and who you are as a person and being okay with yourself.
You know what's really magic? A reincarnated middle-aged man sleeping with a teen.
It's kinda hard to argue.
Yeah, there's physically no way you can argue that there's nothing wrong with Mushoku Tensei. There is so much wrong with Mushoku Tensei. But in a sense, I mean, we live in a world where there's so much shit and garbage in it. And in the show, like, so my pretense, how I would argue this if I was to argue this, because I think Mushoku Tensei has a lot of bad in it, but I think that's how it is. I think that's how it's made. The anime is created as a realistic anime. It isn't an anime where it's based off of this topic of like, oh, I go to another world and I'm considered a better person. No, it's a horrible fucking human being who goes to another world and is a body of a kid with still the same mentality that he had when he came from that world. He's still going to be a piece of shit, but the story aligns with the factor of that, yes, he is a horrible person in the beginning and he's not a good person at all, and that doesn't matter. It's about change, and yes, that is literally the whole concept of the story. But what I think is so good about Mushoku Tensei is it's just the realistic. It is realistic. This guy's a fucking awful human being in this world. He's not just going to go into another world with the same mind and be just a better person. He's going to be a dog shit human being. It just is what it is. But I think what the pretense of the story is and what makes it actually like a good anime, and with almost, I guess you could say, no bad in it, is that it's realistic. It's based from like, you're watching a bad person and you know that he's bad, and this world is amazing and it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and it's just that shows that no matter what type of world you're in or where you're in, there can always be bad people. And in this anime, and it's written in a way where a lot of people are like, oh, he's living out his fantasies, yada yada. Yes, there's a lot of bad in the anime. I don't disagree with that, but I almost feel like there's a lot of bad in reality. So he was trying to pertain a fantasy world with reality still existing in it, like in the sense of like realistic things still happen in a fantasy world. It's not just fucking dandelions. Like there's gonna be shitty people, there's gonna be shitty characters. Like, and if we didn't know he was a middle-aged man, mind you, none of this would even be in that thought process. So technically, Rudius isn't even a bad character if you didn't know this. Now that we know this, yes, he's a bad character and he's awful. But what I'm saying is, from the perspective of that world, nothing is wrong, and it's an insane concept. It's an insane story, and I know that obviously everybody's just gonna be like, oh my god, Rudius is awful, and he's literally does such horrible things, and there's other people that do horrible things. And yes, you're right, but it's realistic. That is fucking life, bro. Y'all are fucking tripping if you think we live in a world of fucking dandelions, bro. You think a fantasy world where they literally still have, like, they use like elves as slaves and shit and cut their ears off to sell them, bro, is gonna be good?
Hey, if you made it this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that big, fat, juicy red subscribe button. Thank you very much. And if you're enjoying the video as well, might as well hit the like button and turn noties on so you can see more videos just like this.
So yeah, there's some flaws.
But yeah,
alright?
there's
There's
flaws.
some flaws, man.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, Daniel.
Why can't we look past it?
I don't think you can get past that. We're not getting
I think my argument would be, do you think our world is perfect? And then if he said, no, I don't, like, if he said no, I would be kind of fucked. But if he's like, yeah, I think our world's perfect. Yeah, it has its ins and outs, but I think it's, like, perfect in the end. Like, I'd be like, well, Mushoku Tensei has the exact same thing. It has its flaws, and we see them because we're watching from this point of view. But had we not been watching from this point of view, it would just be another world. Like, yes, we know this because of this character, but the point is we're watching it as if we're watching a realistic life, like, from another person, from another person's brain and their mind and their way they're changing. And yeah, you know what? I'm actually realizing, low-key, there's a lot more to Mushoku Tensei that you can look at in a sense of, like, yeah, it's fucked up, and you know there's a lot of bad, and maybe we didn't have to see all the bad that we do, and I do think that is a little weird in certain instances, but it's just, we're from the point of view of a bad person. You don't watch, like, a horror movie where you know you're watching the villain and be like, yeah, he's gonna do good stuff. No, you know they're gonna do bad stuff. Yeah. This is just, like, the only thing that I think, Rudy does end up changing later on, which I think is really cool, but doesn't make him good.
That's that, babe.
Pokemon battling
That's a hard
is
one. That's
no
impossible.
different than dogfighting.
When you watch
Cap.
Pokemon, the
Cap.
Pokemon chooses.
No, I choose you is actually the quote.
I think it's a consensual and mutual exchange. I think the Pokemon, if they don't willingly want to fight, I mean, they visibly weaken themselves. They choose each other, and I think Pikachu lives to serve.
I mean, that's literally, it's not the same as dog fighting because dogs don't make the decision to fight other dogs. They don't want to fight. You can make dogs not fight other dogs. In the world of Pokemon, it is normal basis to, like, have battles with your Pokemon. It's just like it's just like you going and having a fist fight or UFC. Like, it's the same concept, except you're choosing to do that. The Pokemon are choosing to fight for you. They don't have to be with you. No.
Ash.
To catch a Pokemon, don't you have to battle it with a Pokemon or throw the ball at it that captures it, right? Because it doesn't
You might win
willingly
with this, though.
go into the Pokeball.
Did you also know that Pokemon can refuse a fight too? Like I said, they
Yeah, they
visibly
can.
weaken themselves, and if they
Yeah,
don't
what do you
fight,
think
they.
I'm not gonna lie, she's
They-
cooking.
I mean,
So if they don't fight, you're gonna throw another Pokemon out. So hey, if you don't want to fight this battle, Kella, I'm gonna make Oxy fight it. She gonna get fucked. How do you feel about that?
So you're putting Oxy in a dogfight?
Yes.
Dub is
Well,
the
obviously
top
can
tier
deny it
way
too.
to enjoy an anime. Well, first,
Oh God. See, I don't even know if I'd be able to combat this. I'd be like, dub is the top tier way to enjoy the anime. If I'm watching it, yeah, that might be the top tier way to enjoy the anime. Like I know dub ain't that great, but if I don't know anything about sub, then dub ain't gonna be bad in any way, shape, or form. Like, to me, dub is great. I understand the fucking show.
first off, anime, the characters that are written, some of them aren't even meant to be from any specific nationality. It's meant to be enjoyed from people
They're
all
actually based
over.
off cats.
So if there is a dub
yep,
in your
she's
language,
right.
I feel like people should be able to enjoy it in Spanish and English. I think it's a bit
you
of
should be able to enjoy it in your
elitism when you're like,
language.
oh, you have to watch it in sub, you have to watch it in
Motherfucker, you're not watching a show, a live action show in a different language if you don't understand it unless you have to. Like, if you can watch it in English, you're probably watching it in English. I'm not saying you're going to every time, but you might.
sub. Because also, what if someone is like hard of
Valid.
is deaf?
I do
or
think this is a
blind,
good
I mean,
argument.
sorry. What if
I
they
think
can't
either
read
way
the
is fine, though.
subtitles, you know, like dub is
100%.
also helpful for people. But they're hearing it. They're hearing it, guys. They're
Wait, is he
hearing it.
he's from
Hey,
my
her
anime,
point
man,
on
right?
accessibility is important.
You're not real if you watch dub. It's that simple.
It's just
That makes literally no sense.
sounding like elitism over here.
What, can you not read?
I definitely can't.
That sounds stupid as fuck. What? What if my kid is watching Naruto and like obviously my kid can't what if my kid can't read? That was a stupid comment. My kid is gonna watch a show and it's only in sub and she's not gonna understand anything they're saying. She can't read yet, but she can understand words, but she can't understand a different language. And obviously I can teach her a different language, but that's crazy out of the way. So dub for me is more inclusive. But I will say that you can go either way. Sub is great, dub is great. I think I like sub, but I also enjoy dub. I think having this concept that his dumb shit is too. Like him saying sub is that if you watch dub, you're not real. That's just fucking stupid. Are you what? You sound like oh my god, bro. God damn. That I don't mind her because she's forced to defend dub, but he's not forced to defend sub. He could say dub is great, but sub's good too.
Can read, yeah. There's
Ew.
probably some blind people that can't
like
read,
that,
so they
bro.
can't watch the anime. They should be able to hear it and enjoy the story.
Braille.
Yeah, you sound dumb as hell.
When you can find a TV with Braille, then that works. Feel the TV.
Yeah, nah, he got cooked. He got fucking wrapped up in a burrito and she ate that all the way down, digested it and shit out. Like that is how cooked he just got.
Anime fans understand stories and endings better than manga readers. Have you ever read a manga? And you do fans understand stories and endings better than manga.
No. There's a reason that's a hot take. I'll be back though. I will say I hate elitist fucking manga people who are like, you didn't read the manga, so you don't understand the ending. That's cat. But I will say something to that. Anime fans understand stories and endings better than manga readers. Cap. You read something, you digest it better than when you're actually just watching, because you can watch an anime and just be cleaning. I don't think that anime fans don't understand endings any differently, though. To be fair, I feel like both can understand the endings the exact same. But I don't think anime fans understand them better. I think they're very similar as long as you're both paying attention to what you're watching. I will say, though, the majority of anime watchers aren't paying attention as much as manga readers and manhwa readers and manhwa readers. Manhwa, I don't know how to say that, but Chinese manhwa or Chinese manga readers, because the difference between them two is usually anime watchers aren't paying as much attention. They're paying attention, but their brains aren't really correlating with every single detail and instance. When you're reading a manga, and depending on the person reading it, of course, this could change. And this is why I say they're definitely interchangeable, and I think they're very similar to each other with the amount of people who probably don't understand animes and don't understand mangas because they're just reading quick or watching quick. I'm one of those people who reads quick. I understand more when I watch, usually. I catch up on more, but I like reading a lot as well. I love manhwas, I love mangas. But I will say this is going to be a hard one. The way you could probably argue it is that I don't know.
Have you ever read a manga and you do one of those binges where you read the whole thing, you know, in one night? You read 80 chapters. 2 days later, you're trying to think back to 40 chapters, you know, before that you had caught up to. You can't even remember what was going on. Sometimes the art gets so clustered, the lines become ambiguous, everything kind of blends together because it's all black and white. It's really hard to discern and contrast. When I read Chainsaw Man right now, half the time I don't know what the fuck is going on. When you actually watch the show and you have all of these different contrasting, you know, pre-composed scenes that are completely thought out. They make it and design it in a way that's to be cohesive for the viewer.
A really good example is obviously One Piece, because there's a lot of fan service that is actually changed in the animation. Or another example is in Naruto, we have Sakura purposely being nerfed by the animators, and this has been said by the creator. Even though in the manga, Sakura is a great character.
Like, people who read JJK do not understand Jujutsu Kaisen at all. Jujutsu Kaisen manga readers are dumb and don't understand character tropes and women.
Frieza isn't racist.
Wait, what? Yeah, nah. So she's still a piece of shit in the manga, bro. Cat, what? She's still a garbage human being in the manga, bro.
Manga readers are dumb and don't understand character tropes and women.
Wait, what?
At all.
Even though in the manga, Sakura is a great character.
Like, people who read JJK do not understand Jujutsu Kaisen at all. Jujutsu Kaisen manga readers are dumb and don't understand
what the fuck is he saying?
Character tropes and women.
Frieza
just like they generalize, bro.
Isn't racist, he's a galactic businessman. What do we think of when we think of Frieza? We think of the Frieza Force. We think of the Empire. How complicated of a machine must have he built with all these employees, these subsections, these different strike forces, this wonderful business that he's created? Does he call people bad names? Sure, but he does that to everybody. He doesn't single out the Yardratians or the Saiyans or the
He's just a massive racist.
He hates them all equally. It's not a singular race. He just hates everyone.
Let's just start off by saying, in the Broly movie, Frieza's first line, and I quote, "Hello, monkeys."
The anime community would collapse without nostalgia. What we have now only exists because of our history.
Wait, what?
And collapse without
The anime community world would collapse. The anime community would collapse without nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I mean,
what we have now
I don't think
only
that's wrong
exists
in a sense.
because of our history. And if it started
I don't
maybe
think it would
10 years
collapse,
ago and
though.
everything, anime finally comes to the US or something like that, like what came out 10 years ago that was as groundbreaking as something like Gundam, Sailor Moon, all.
That's just a perspective. That's just stupid. That's a perspective. That is a perspective, chap. Basically, what that means is if it came out if anime came to us 10 years ago, what would actually be here, bro? What are you yapping about? I'm not saying nostalgia doesn't make it, but nostalgia exists because it happened in the past. It would still happen in the past. It would just be a lot sooner. And it's just like anything. If anything moved forward 10 years, yeah, the world may be different, but the anime community would still exist. It would not have collapsed. Maybe it wouldn't be as potent as it is at this moment in time, but it would still be something growing and being as big as it could be. Anime exists now because anime is still good today. It's not just about what was in the past. The past is the best. The past is what makes all the, like, yes, the past exists, but the anime today is what people talk about. Like, I mean, I don't think I do think nostalgia helps, but it wouldn't collapse. It would still exist.
Stuff.
Anime is so powerful, a powerful art medium at its core, including manga, that it would still find its way to reach audiences across the globe. If One Piece didn't exist, well then maybe, you know, let's look at Attack on Titan. Like, yes, it's inspired by these big three, but if these big three didn't exist, or all these past anime didn't exist, these artists would still find a way to create, because that's how powerful
True.
this art medium is. The rumbling was 100%.
Yeah, I would say that, like, the only reason those exist is because people were able to create them of their own mindset and own volition of some other form of content of creations in this world. So people would, no matter what time period, no matter when we're made, no matter what time it's made, they're still going to be created. People are always going to create.
Justified.
Yes,
Sometimes
absolutely.
Violence is okay.
Aaron stuck to his guns. Maybe it wasn't. I would say they ostracized them. So all they did is just got back at them. Basically, like, all those people would have just looked past the factor that island had blown up had they known about it, no matter what. If it, like, the gist of it is, like, they were in prison there. They escaped they got hold of their prison and made it their kingdom and took over the fucking world. Yeah, maybe a lot of innocent people were killed, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of innocent people here. Like, it's just us versus them. That's all it was. 100% justified.
Sometimes violence is fine, because you know what? These people were oppressed for so long, and you just push and push people to a certain point. People are gonna retaliate, and you know, maybe it wasn't the most ethical thing to do, but at the end of the day, Aaron, he just wanted to balance out the scales. You know,
I mean, did you see that final part of the anime where those two Marleyan children were trying to pick up their spare change, and they were just brothers and they were scared. They didn't know what's going on. They were born into this system that they didn't choose, and that's so
Yeah. All right, you can argue that for sure. You could definitely do that. There's definitely an argument for why the rumbling is not 100% justified. There's a reason it's a hot take. I don't know if I believe the rumbling was 100% justified. I believe Aaron was 100% justified doing the rumbling. Don't know if I like that the rumbling was, I don't know if I agree with that. But if I had to argue on her side, I would say, yeah, you're right. You're right. That is true that they were just born into that. Same with the island. They were born into that. Aaron was quite literally born into that. The reason Aaron did what he did is because he saw his mother get eaten in front of him, and he saw that there was no way to go around it, and that everything led up to this because of what they had done to them. Had they stopped halfway, had they stopped the quarter, none of this would have happened. But since they kept sending people and making them Titans, it led to his mother dying. And they quite literally sent agents to there who fucking killed Aaron's friend. Like, you fuck yourself. It's 100% justified. Like, from their point of view, we're looking at an outside perspective of both sides. If that was my family, friends, and people around me who were getting killed and murdered, you're fucking valid for killing the rest of the world who was oppressing you.
unfortunate. But
it's
like,
unfortunate they
I
died,
just don't
but
understand. I can't wrap around like.
But the indoctrination still makes these people dangerous to the people that Aaron is trying to defend. It's self-defense if you think about it.
Eradicating an entire population of people.
No, we're not talking about if it was right or wrong. We're talking about, is it justified? He wasn't like, I'm gonna wake up today and kill all these people. He had years and years of
Yo, she
suffering
cooks.
and
Her arguments
abuse
are
and
fire.
racism on the
I like
other
her.
people's
She's
end,
good
and
at
that is
arguing.
why the rumbling happened. The rumbling would not have happened if it weren't for this oppression of his people.
I will also say Aaron Yeager did nothing wrong. He is so fine. I would follow this man till the end of the.
Oh God. Did she mean he's so fine as in he's hot? Or she meant he's so fine as in he's so fine? I hope she just meant he's so fine. But yeah, if she meant he's fine, he is fine. Aaron's a good looking dude, but no, legit, yeah, no, she's right. This sucks. No, okay. She doesn't like Austin because he's annoying, but valid. I don't care. I don't think Austin's annoying. You guys saw my rant on TikTok if you did, or in the last video, but auxiliary liking Aaron and agreeing with him. I agree too. He stuck to his fucking guns. Yeah, I know why he did it. Obviously, there's a reason he did it for what happened when he, you know, kissed her hand or whatever. But Historia, by the way. But originally he said, like, everything he does for his friends, like he's gonna take them to see the ocean, he's gonna defend them, he's gonna do everything he did was for his friends. He stuck by his friends' guns no matter what, bro. He said he was gonna kill every single fucking Titan, bro, and pretty much basically eradicated the existence of the people who were creating them. So
World. One Piece can never be considered a top anime solely due to its awful pacing. I agree. One Piece definitely has too much filler. That's why we have One Piece. That's why we have the live action One Piece doing it.
And there's another anime that actually, we can watch that trailer after this. There's literally One Piece trailer just got released, the new one.
Great job. And that's why One Piece is being reanimated to current day.
I think, you know, slow sometimes is good, even if it's too slow. You feel me? I think that One Piece being so slow can make you pay attention specifically.
I think that's the best way to argue that.
To their motivation,
best
to the
way to
moments,
argue that.
to the tears. You feel me? Who needs One
Every
Piece?
moment.
You have One Piece. You feel me? So
Listen, I tried watching One Piece around the Big Ma arc, and I remember 75%
Yeah, but you sound like the same person who's so judgmental.
of the episode was a recap, and I'm like, wow, that's stupid.
what if you missed
Yeah, but that's just super judgmental. You just like literally shit on JJK readers as a whole when it's not every JJK reader.
the last episode? Guess what? This episode.
You gotta watch it again.
Fan service is actually good.
That's a hard
You're
one to
just uptight. Humans are animals. Sex is a natural thing. It's a
Wow. Fan service is actually good and you're just uptight. It depends on there's a level. Fan service is fine as long as it's not to an extreme extent where it's the only thing you notice and the only thing you see. I guess my argument for this would be like, I don't even know where he's about to go with it, but we're gonna start over with him. But I would be like, yo, fan service, yeah, it's bad, but I feel like it's only bad if you actually genuinely pay attention to it. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really do much. As like it doesn't, as long as it doesn't cross a line of beyond fan service. It's just fan service at the end of the day. It's just for people who are interested in that, and you could just ignore that. Like, I know it's definitely gonna impede your watching, but wait, it's actually
good.
Oh, it's actually good. Oh, I don't know if I can argue that. I would be like, I mean, fan service is good because it gives you like it just shows equality.
Good. You're just uptight. Humans are.
I mean,
animals.
majority of girls who see a fucking naked guy who has just his abs out and his arms out. I've seen many girls who watch anime. We literally saw something a long time ago, like a year ago, when I watched a clip of this girl saying she hates fan service, and then she talks about how she loves the fucking like shirtless guys. And I'm like, bro, you cannot say that. That is fan service for you. Fan service is not just fucking one side, bro. Fan service is good because it attracts more viewers to the anime. Okay. Is it good for the show? Is it good? No, but it's good for the show, right? It is. I don't care about fan service. Personally, I don't give a fuck, bro. I just watch the show. I genuinely don't even really notice fan service, bro, because I'm just like, bro, this is actually a banger ass show. I'm watching for the story. I'm not watching for some dog shit ass fan service, bro.
Sex is a natural thing.
It gets more viewers.
So depicting that in media isn't inherently wrong. Art mirrors life.
Some people like
Media
it.
is art.
It just
right?
gets more
but I
viewership.
don't think it's
May
full
I? May I?
fan service.
May I?
Oh, so we
May
can
I?
interrupt now. I see.
Never.
Continue.
These are your rules. I just follow them.
Oh, right.
So yeah, as I was.
Am I interrupting?
She did this again.
Yeah, yo, that seemed very angry.
So fan service
He lost
is
his
cool and
thought.
all. There's a time and place for sexiness, but sometimes there are characters that are very young and there's no need for jiggle physics in those animes. Has nothing to do with furthering the plot.
Interesting. It's interesting. I agree. I agree that there's no reason for jiggle physics, but again, that's you paying attention to that. I think that the concept of that is like reality. Like they're trying, I guess, like there isn't a need for them to animate that. That's disgusting. Especially if you're paying attention to it and if they're making it. There's two sides to that. But I also feel as though like it's if they're trying to give a sense of reality, it's like existent, but it's sometimes it's a little much. If they're young though, that's a totally different topic. We're talking about fan service. We're not talking about pedo service. This is fan service, like very explicit. Just fan service in itself, and I would say fan service brings more viewers to the anime, which keeps the anime going. But I don't know though.
Point. Are we going a little
That's
too
the only
far
argument I'd
with
make.
the
I don't think it's good.
bodily
Fan service is.
proportions,
I think fan service is dog shit. I think fan service is fine as long as it's normal service, like just in the sense of like that's the character. Like if it's somebody. Okay. How do I say this? Okay. If it's somebody who has a personality that fits in with that kind of like dress or that outfit, makes sense. And it's an older person. By the way, they all have to be above age. It's creepy if you have fan service for younger people. And also if you are like, because girls, like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, that guy should not have he shouldn't not be wearing a shirt. That's technically fan service. There's no reason for him to take his shirt off. You don't need to see that, but you're seeing it and you like it, and a lot of girls do, and it's not just, and a lot of guys do, gay guys or just guys in general think it's hot. Yeah, it's fine, and I don't think fan service is bad. I think too much fan service is where it gets to an extent.
It's a little unrealistic. We don't need the fan service.
Nami is literally obsessed with fucking gold, bro. I promise you that is not. I don't think that's fan service. I think to an extent, yes, but I think Nami is just living her life on a fucking pirate ship, bro. That is who Nami is, bro. Like, there's a lot of characters in that show who dress how they dress because that's who they are. It isn't because mainly just for, like, if you want to bring up fan service, there's some good shows you can name for fan service that shouldn't be in it.
All the time.
That is not what I would say.
With you to some extent.
Agree with me where? I didn't even get to finish my thing.
Here, we'll give you 15 seconds.
Shut up, Oxy. God. Comments. Rate in the Oxy. Rate in the comments.
Rate the Oxy.
Yeah, rate Oxy.
Gear 5 is a bad transformation.
Let's talk about anime transformation,
I've
and Gear
heard that.
5 is actually one of the worst. We have
Wow.
Dragon Ball with Goku. Goku's just
Gear 5's good,
killing
actually.
it.
What am I saying?
One of the worst. We have
Wow.
Dragon
He's
Ball
so
with
straight into-
Goku. Goku's just killing it. I feel like Gear 5 was just a little bit too rushed. I feel like there's just better transformations out there.
The animation was fire.
It's our favorite show, by the way.
Cooked.
There was like 2 weeks where you could not go anywhere on YouTube without seeing content
I
about
don't know why I
Gear
started
5.
that the
And the
wrong way.
ratings are
I'm at the
so
opposite.
good on it.
Nanami's death was justified.
Nanami.
I can agree with this. I mean, that man.
Who the? Oh, Nanami from JJK, right? Spoilers, by the way. Sorry, guys. Spoilers.
I mean, that man worked overtime. He was tired.
Nanami's death was justified. What the fuck do you mean? Yes, it was just. What do you mean it was just? Wait, is she arguing it whether or not it was right or like? What is she arguing right now? Is she arguing that his like the death it made sense in the anime, or is she arguing that it was justified, like he should have died, like he should have died? What? If she's arguing that, she's fucked. He was not, like, he never should have died. But it makes sense in the anime. If she's arguing, yeah, that makes sense why he died there. He was like that instance. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because like you guys check out JJK, but
He just wanted vacation. If it was a permanent vacation, that's okay. I'm just gonna say, boy was overworked.
So Nanami's death wasn't justified. And the reason he wasn't justified is because I think that Nanami's role is similar to Jiraiya's role, where he does tell the hero how to deal with like his pain. He as a teacher should have been held longer, especially since Gojo's imprisonment came all of a sudden, and then we just have Yuji in a very lost and painful moment. And
You know, even though I can't.
wait, is she like? I'm so confused on what this argument is. 'Cause she sounded like she was saying that he shouldn't have died there, but yeah, he should have. He was defending his fucking student. Like, he didn't mean to die. It's not like he was trying to die. He literally was defending his kid, like his people, his pupils. And that was a moment where, yes, it's gonna send him into fucking treachery and sadness, but if he doesn't do that, then somebody else is gonna die, bro. What the fuck are we talking about?
Argue that Yuji is a powerful, you know, sorcerer. I do think that he was kind of reliant on Gojo and like, you know, Nanami
absolutely.
for in terms of training
But
and
not justified,
shadowing
no.
and stuff.
You're
So I
wrong.
do think that Nanami basically going on permanent vacation was
He's dead.
completely validating for Yuji, you know, to see like, damn, I'm on my own and I really need to like lock in.
no.
So that's what I like to say.
Hey, Rock Lee follows the philosophy of the anime more than any other character, but only gets punished for it. At the end of the day, I feel like Naruto's a very deep story, but it can come down to chasing your dreams, never giving up, working hard, right? Rock Lee is literally the character who embodies that.
No, he isn't. Literally, that would be Naruto. Sorry, bro. Wait, what? And he's the only one who gets punished for it? What does that mean?
giving up working hard, right?
What does it mean?
Rock
It's the only
Lee
one.
is literally the character who embodies that the absolute most, to the point where even when he loses, he's in hospital rooms doing push-ups with one arm.
Y'all don't know Asian parents. Rock Lee did not work hard enough. My guy could do 10 times more by the time he was 9. Rock Lee could have done more weights, more times, faster. And you know what? If Rock Lee worked harder, he would have become Hokage by episode 100.
Let's go, let's
I
go.
don't think Rock Lee wanted to
What?
become Hokage.
That's just
you
a-
feel
I
me?
feel like he's on the
Ultimately, I
wrong
just think
side.
Rock Lee wanted to be
feel
a
like he argued
formidable
so- the guy-
ninja,
the-
a strong ninja. When Rock Lee first met Sasuke,
He argued so good that like I genuinely don't even know what the other. I don't even know what the fuck he was saying, bro.
Lee wanted to be a formidable ninja,
Honestly,
a strong
he was-
ninja.
he
When
sound-
Rock Lee
what?
first met Sasuke, guess what happened? Sasuke's chin touched the ceiling. He literally showed out. Yeah, he lost to Gar. Gar's a Jinchuriki. He has a demon inside of him. I mean, we didn't even know what he was capable of until he fought Sasuke, and Sasuke didn't get the win either.
Gaara had that tail beast inside him, but Rock Lee could have had that dog in him, and he did it. He could have
Actually,
worked harder.
No, he quite literally had his. That is literally one of the things we see when we see Rock Lee. He literally had the dog in him. My motherfucking dude is using only taijutsu when everybody else has advantages on the absolute most. Do I agree that Rock Lee is the only one who held that to the most up? It is, he follows the philosophy. No. Naruto fucking went from nothing to having everything, like having everything he wanted because he grinded his ass off and got powerful every single instance that he could get powerful, just like fucking Rock Lee. Yes, did he have more advantages? Yes, but did he have more disadvantages? Yes. Like, there's two sides to this fucking story. I do think Rock Lee's the GOAT, but I don't think he's the only GOAT. And I don't think he's the only GOAT who got punished. But bro, you did not argue
Had
that
2
good.
weights, why didn't he wear 4?
Okay, so he don't got that
think he
dog
wore,
in him,
like-
right? So when Gaara literally snapped his arm and his leg, when the fight was presumed to be over, when everyone looked back, who was still standing up unconscious? Rock Lee, standing on business, big dog in them.
Literally,
Stop
the only
it.
thing you need to say is he only knew how to use taijutsu, but he was still able to compare against people who you knew how to use like all of it, like ninjutsu, taijutsu, genjutsu, fucking everything, Jinchuriki, bro. Like,
He need more milk.
He has all the milk in the world. He's standing on a broken leg, and that's called willpower, and that's what Rock Lee is.
Rock Lee broke 2 limbs when my guy broke his whole body. Not dedicated enough.
What? That's the sensei. Who's the student? The student's gonna be. Come on, give us some time to cook.
When Rock Lee fought Gaara, he should have opened the 8 gates. All 8. Night Elephant, come on.
then he would have died. It would
If
have been
Rock
pointless.
Lee worked harder, he could have beat the Otsutskis.
The swing set in Naruto is a more well-developed character.
Rock Lee only had fucking ninjutsu. I mean, taijutsu.
Harder, he could have beat the Otsutskis.
The swing set in Naruto is a more well-developed character than Tenten. It's every episode. There's a flashback to him on the swing. They never put it away.
They constantly push this idea that like Naruto was segregated from the rest of the people and he was othered at all times, and they used it the swing set. Swing set was his only friend when he was growing up. You think Tenten was sitting there with weapon scrolls going, Naruto, what's wrong?
She was talking shit. She was pointing at him.
I saw Tenten more in the Naruto Ninja Storm ranked ladder than I ever saw him in the anime.
My Hero Academia would be
Hang on, I'll put
better
that
if Deku never got powers. On the back, it says Mineta should be the main character.
Fuck you, man.
So first and foremost, this show wouldn't exist. Now, Deku, I think if he never got powers, it would be a more accurate depiction of
Wait, what? What the fuck?
It says Mineta should be the main character.
Fuck you, man.
So first and foremost, this show wouldn't exist. Now, Deku, I think if he never got powers, it would be a more accurate depiction of those who are powerless in the world. Now, it might not be your standard anime, but it would be a real anime. As much as Deku kind of sucks.
Y'all don't like real, bro. Y'all don't like real. Y'all don't like real. A lot of people hate on Mushoku Tensei. I know it's fucking disgusting in certain instances, but that is the realest story you're gonna get because this world is disgusting and this person who we see is disgusting. We're not gonna just see him instantly change to a better person. Is it right? Is it wrong? Absolutely, it's fucking wrong, and absolutely it's disgusting. And do I think the author writing is a little probably deranged? Yeah, but I think the story came out in a sense of like, wow, this is like fucking real, and there's so many good moments, but there's also these moments that are bad that we're never gonna be able to look away from, even if we try to look away from them. It's kind of the perspective I got.
I don't like him personality-wise. His growth was great. Like, he ends up sucking less, but it kind of got tired, right? I'm gonna break all my bones. Like, I get it. But that said, despite my opinion of him as a Will Baby,
Fucking kid! I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that so much, bro. Chat, you want to look at something with me real quick, bro? 14, 16 through the majority, and 24 years old in the final time skip. My guy, 14 and 16. Your ass was in your room doing fucking God knows what at 14 to 16. You were going to school like a normal person, not breaking a goddamn bullets to defend everybody in the fucking world. Like, yes, he has his moments where he's a baby. People cry in this world for getting bullied. My guy, for getting bullied, kept going forward and moving forward and respecting his bully and treating him like a normal human being, knowing that Bakugo had issues. Deku cried about it in certain moments, got told his dream could never happen, but no, instead of that, instead of giving up, he still fucking fought, and he cried his eyes out begging his fucking somebody who he never thought he would ever see or talk to. In a moment when he had no powers, he still saved Bakugo. He's a fucking child going through these powerful moments where he's breaking bones, defending the world as a fucking superhero. Yes, that's a normal thing in this world, but not to break your goddamn bones at the age of 14 to 16. And y'all call him crybabies. Complain about his voice, complain about how loud he is, complain about Asta's voice. I understand that to an extent. I can respect that you don't like that. Do I disagree full-heartedly because they are children fighting for their dreams at the end of the day? Absolutely. But you guys are yelling on these YouTube videos like, come on, bro. Like, they're children yelling for their fucking dreams. Like, I understand this isn't the most realistic thing, and it's also the most realistic thing, but the sense of what I'm saying is he is a 14-year-old to like 17, 18 max, whatever, right? Fighting for his dreams, breaking his goddamn bones. You think he's not going to be a little bit of a crybaby in certain situations? Like, come the fuck on, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I hate that stupid ass shit. I hate that, bro. I hate when people are like, oh, Deku's kind of a crybaby. High school student, by the way, fighting for the world against absolute insane villains, mind you. People who will kill motherfucking heroes, and they are students. I understand this is the normal thing in this world, but you still kid. Fucking crikeys, mate. I hate that, bro. But still, I love them. I understand. I'm not mad at them, by the way. I don't care about that. Like, I'm not mad at anybody in this video. I don't like his opinion, and I get pretty heated about the opinion, but that doesn't mean I think he's wrong. He can have his own thought process. I mean, I do think he's wrong. It doesn't mean I hate him or dislike him. That's just stupid and invalid. I fucking love them. I think they make amazing videos. I think they have an amazing channel. I think they have some stupid takes in certain situations, but I also think, you know, everybody's valid to their own opinion, bro, and they could disagree with my opinion, and that's great. I respect them and I like them.
I get it. But that said, despite my opinion of him as a Will baby, the fight scenes rocked. Like, he did some cool shit. Dude, I feel like we're not even watching the same show. Deku, you know what? Beyblade. 3, 2, 1, let it rip.
Was that Sagittarius? Was that Sagittarius? That had to be Sagittarius. You might watch that. I love Beyblade, bro. I have Beyblade. I have Beyblade. If you guys enjoyed that video, you guys know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe, please, as we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's not looking great, but you never know. Maybe we'll reach it. Maybe we won't. I love you all, guys, very, very much. I'm trying to make this my dream. I stream every Monday to Thursday on Twitch, twitch.tv/naxale, or check the description down below. If you guys want to join the Discord, click that link. That one link will lead you to my Twitch, my other YouTubes, my Discord, and so much more of me. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see y'all later. Good video, by the way. Good video.